Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on the first day, as you can see, of the Ryko research event. It's time to get started, and unfortunately, we had a little bit of an issue with the game yesterday that kind of messed up my entire plan that I set up yesterday. It kicked in pretty early for me, so it didn't work out too well with what I had planned and what I was trying to do, but we do have Ryko. It is here today. The event starts now. Yesterday was also the first day of Good Sleep Day, so today is the main day of Good Sleep Day, but let's go ahead and jump into it, grab our sleep points, and we'll figure out what we're going to do from here. We've got 600 sleep points, which puts us at 4,586, so we can buy another Master Ball if need be. And first things first, let's grab our daily lottery. Biscuit. Ooh, ticket. That might help. That might help this week or next week. We'll just have to wait and see. But before we can really get into the Ryko event, let's go ahead and finish the week off. We got to get our weekly summary out of the way and our last sleep report. 240 with 9 hours, 44 minutes of sleep. I was very, very sleepy yesterday. We've got 7% dozing, 62% snoozing, and 31% slumbering. So that is looking good for the snoozing. Yes. Okay, so we do have a good chance of seeing an Eevee. Drowsy power 1.5. So that should put us, what's that gonna be, like 40, 35 million? Somewhere around there? Yeah, right at 40.3 million. All right, mostly 1 stars, couple of 3 stars, and in a top belly. So maybe some new stuff. New stuff would be very nice. Ooh, is that new? It is new. Okay, so we only need one other new one to go along with it. If we could get one other new one, that would be fantastic. I saw something in there that was interesting though. So we have a Diglett, a Slowbro, a Pikachu, a Ditto, an Eevee, which is good. That's what we want, and a Slowpoke. So that's 6, which means we do have the 2 new sleep styles we need. And there's one, a Clefairy top belly. So that is that all of them? That was the last one we needed for Clefairy. And then don't do anything too fast, because the game likes to freak out. It looks like the game's already kind of freaking out, because I feel like that new shouldn't still be there. Ooh, running a bit chunky. Let's see. There's Ditto. Where's this other new sleep style? Where are you? There it is. Oh, that's an interesting one. With the trail coming out? Mid-dig sleep? Oh, that's funny. And that might be the last one we need for Diglett, because I don't think, yeah, it doesn't have a 4-star. Probably haven't figured out how to put a Diglett on top of a Snorlax without murdering the Snorlax. All right, so we did get the 2 new sleep styles we need, so we can increase our pot space before we make breakfast today. Wait, whoa, no, whoa, almost goofed. No one's hungry, unfortunate, but we do want the Eevee, which has already been fed, so it doesn't matter. Pikachu has also already been fed, and Diglett, we fed a couple biscuits, but we're not going to today. Eevee's all we're here for. So we're gonna grab the Eevee. Take that home. Finally. Has this been the only one we've caught all week? I kind of feel like it's the only one we've seen all week. Maybe I'm just forgetting. I mean, we saw one at some point to give it a biscuit to put it at 3 out of 5, but I feel like I haven't seen one all week until today. We are going to send out the Pikachu candy because it is the only electric that we got to spawn. Due to the event, we're sending out electric candies. Hopefully that helps in some way. I'm still not sure if it does, but we did get 2,337 research XP, which is enough for a level up, which does give us a biscuit, 2 small dream clusters, and an energy pillow. And then 3,283 dream shards to go along with it, which we're about to put to good use as soon as we get back to camp. But let's check out this Eevee first, level 13 and quirky. So we've got milk, and sausage, the default loadout. Actually, not a bad loadout for the ingredients. That's not bad at all. Research XP bonus up first. It's okay. Ingredient finder, not great. Helping speed, not good. Definitely not. Berry finding at level 100, really? Inventory S and berry finding. Also quirky, which is neutral, so not great. Not great at all. Definitely not what we want to see, especially for a Jolteon candidate. We want that berry finding where research XP bonus was. If those two were flipped, this wouldn't be terrible. This could be a good interim Jolteon, but yeah, as it stands now, not great. So this one is going to the professor. So good job, you. Well, at least we caught one. At least we got to see one and we got to figure out if it was actually going to be any good. That just means the next one will be better. But now we can go ahead and move on to the next research site, which we all know where we're going. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The 45% on the island. Apparently I forgot to update it. Still showing 40 or 35% from last time. So no wonder my calculations were off. All right. Say goodbye to the Snorlax and let's go ahead and move on. Weekly summary for week 35. Master 1, everything is down. I'm not even gonna talk about it because we knew it was gonna be down. We were taking a chill week. I had an overall grade of A, probably thanks to yesterday and the day before. Go me. It is good for 4 small handy candies though, so still good. Ooh. Rise and shine. I've got a special research request for you today. Oh, this is new. Oh, okay, what we got? I've received reports of repeated peals of thunder over Greengrass Isle. I did some follow-up research. Oh, you talk so slow. I did some follow-up research in the area and found bits of Raikou mane left behind by the legendary Pokemon Raikou. I'd like to analyze some of the Raikou mane to learn more about Raikou's ecology. So I'd like you to collect samples of Raikou mane for me during your sleep research. If I get a bit more Raikou mane, I should be able to create some Raikou incense. If you use that, I'm sure you'll be able to encounter Raikou during your sleep research. So let's work hard together on our Raikou research. Okay. I mean, that was cool. It was a little something. It was kind of nice to see something different. Kind of hope they do more of that, but they definitely need to speed up that text because that was super slow. So we are going to Greengrass Isle, of course. It's the only place where the event is happening. Ooh. The little crackles of electricity all over the place. Desserts and drinks. And we've got... Oh, that might be super good. Greppa. What is that? Is that Bluckberries? Which berries are those? It's not the Wiki berries, which is dark type. Good. Yeah, it's the Bluckberries for the ghost type. Ooh. That could be really good. And then the Chesto berries for poison. That's also good. That's Toxicroak for the oil and pick up the Chesto berries along with it for the popcorn. And then, man, the only thing that would make it better is if instead of Bluck, that was cherry berries. Or the Yachi berries for the corn, for the popcorn. Ooh, that's good though. I think that's a pretty decent lineup of berries. I don't know that I want to... I don't think I want to use an easy travel ticket to switch and try to get different berries. I think those are pretty good. For desserts, popcorn. Yeah, we could do the popcorn pretty... Oh, yeah, Oran berries would be good too, because we'd need the milk from Blastoise, so that'd be good too. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. I might use an easy travel ticket. Let me see. Maybe we want curry anyway. We did get the double XP from the Good Sleep Day event, so that is also nice. 58,992. Sneaky snacking. I believe that is a record for our sneaky snacking. 37,944 from Raichu alone. And who was not on this list? Who else did we have? Ampharos? Ampharos was not on this list. That's weird. 38,000 sneaky snacking alone from Raichu. That's very good. I think that puts us, that might even put us at grade 1 already. Grade 4. Woo! Yep, okay. So we're doing okay, you know. Could be worse. All right, so we are already grade 4. Tonight we have Drowsy Power ×4 because it's on a Monday. But before I do anything and forget, the pot is what I want to do. We want to increase. Oh yeah, I've got to collect it first. Goal met. 290 sleep styles, which gives us 100 diamonds, 1 subskill seed, and 1 medium handy candy. Ooh, very good. 290. Everything is looking very, very good today. Today is a good day. Good start to the Ryko event. Well, look at this. Great job. You've now registered 290 sleep styles in the sleep decks. I think a hard worker like you deserves a subskill seed. You are not incorrect, good sir. You've probably noticed by now that each of your Pokemon has special abilities called subskills. Are you going to tell us what we all know, that with a subskill seed, you can improve the quality of one of your Pokemon's subskills at random? Improving the quality of a subskill will cause a sudden jump in the effect it can have. Here, something to help as you work towards future sleep style decks goals. I'll get back to setting up another new area while you do that. Keep up the good work on the sleep research. So the next goal, yep, nothing new to work towards now. So all of the new sleep styles we get will just be helping whenever the new goals are released, which will probably have another island to go along with it. Oh, that's expensive. Okay, so we're gonna have to use a lot of Dream Shard, Dream Clusters. First, we have new news for the performance issues fix. I'm sure you all ran into this. I did too. Like I said earlier, it messed with my ability to collect the berries from Dedenne and Arcanine, so they couldn't try to get a skill trigger. We ended up, before the bug kicked in, we ended up only getting 1 each. So unfortunate, but also funny because that one that triggered on Arcanine triggered the extra help for Ampharos, and yet that one, Ampharos, wasn't on the sneaky snacking. So not sure there. The game is currently experiencing the following performance issue. Let's address it and figure out what it is. A bug that caused error 25200, which is what I had, to occur and return to the title screen when Snorlax ate berries. Yep. Snorlax's strength and rating gain animations playing on a loop in certain situations. That didn't happen to me. This bug can be removed by tapping the menu button on the title screen and then tapping clear cache if it happens. Cool. Fixed the bugs, resolved as of version 1.0.12. Oh. These are old. These are old bug fixes. Okay, so this just seems like a running log of everything, because these are all bugs that they fixed back in the day, back in November, October, and September, yeah. So this is just a running log of things that have been fixed and known issues. So it says as of 9:30 p.m. they fixed the bugs, but I definitely was having that issue after 9:30 p.m. So maybe I'm just misreading this. Maybe they're talking about all this below has been fixed. But yeah, I was running into error 25200, so I don't know. I mean, that means they're working on it. And with as game breaking as it is, it should be a high priority. So that's good. But back to the problem. If it's going to cost 86,000 Dream Shards to level up the pot once, and we want to level it up twice, how many Dream Clusters are we going to have to use? I'm going to have to do math, just because they made it fun. And honestly, if we don't have curries, we don't need the pot size increase just yet. Oh, not curries, desserts. Yeah, if we have desserts, we don't need the pot size increase just yet. Because even if we had it and could make Jigglypuff's Fruity Flan, which is 55 ingredients, we don't have the ingredient gatherers to make it consistently. So that's still only a Sunday thing for me. But let's see. 1,778 Dream Shards per cluster and we have 68 of them. It only gives us 120 plus another 44,000 from the mediums. We would maybe have exactly enough to get the pot as to its max capacity, but I don't know. Honestly, with how this week is gonna go already and the fact that we're on green grass, I don't know that it's a high priority to spend all of our dream clusters right now just to get it. I think we just let our dream shards build back up naturally and go from there, honestly. But we do have a main menu item. It is a gift. What did we get? Oh, a special gift. What is this? What is this? You couldn't claim these gifts because you don't have room. Wow. Okay. Well, back it up again. All right, let's see. Why don't I have room? 201 out of 200. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's that time. General store, let's scroll down. We have 975 diamonds, which means it is time to expand our item pocket. Oop, we're just expanding that one as we need to. Not in a rush to have it maxed out immediately when most of that space would remain empty all the time anyway. But let's claim our gift now. Let's see what it is. One Ryko biscuit. So seems like everybody's getting a free Ryko biscuit, which is also fantastic. And then for the community reports, kind of doing things a little out of order today, but that's all right. Only 45 reports with 1, 2, oh, why can't I scroll? That's weird. Okay, well, I can't scroll today. Oh, we got 9 Ryko mains. 3 of them each from all level 5 friends. So that's really good. That's a good start. So if we can get more of those to trigger per day, we'll kind of see what the average is over the next few days. But 3 is a good start. Jeffer, there we go. Another level 5 just in time for the event with a small handy candy, 2 of them. There we go. The more level 5s we have, the better, because that's more Ryko mains in our pockets. All right, now let's collect everything. No, first things first. I think, let me see, how many good camp tickets do I have? Will you tell me from here, or do I need to go and look? I thought it told you from this menu. Well, let's go look at the bag. I want to know how many I have. I have 1. Yeah, we can use 1. I'm not worried about using 1 right now. We'll get it back. Okay, so we're gonna use a good camp ticket. Use it. And we're gonna see, we might get lucky and hit Master 20 this week. There is another skill trigger from Dedenne. That's good. So seems like things are working well. Don't crash. Don't give me error code 25200. Looks like we're good. Arcanine. Skill trigger. On skills 53, which is unfortunately Dedenne. So, not who we wanted, but it all adds up. And then we've got some more berries from you, some more berries and apples from you, and no skill trigger on either of them, which is unfortunate, and no skill trigger for Ampharos either. Unfortunate. Well, that's great, but let's go ahead and make breakfast. I think we're gonna be doing all right. I think desserts are a very, very nice thing. Already completed. Give Snorlax 354 of its favorite berries. We have what we need for the explosion popcorn. How are we looking on corn? We definitely need to get a corn gatherer on the team immediately. Oil, definitely gonna have Toxicroak on the team. Milk, we may be okay on milk if we just run Espeon on the team, and I think that's a solid call this week. We do have 77 space, ingredients. Pot size, that's it, that's the word. Could not think of it, brain was just being real dumb. We're gonna have some very chocolatey, hopefully caramelly, whatever. Caramel corn. 21,594 caramel corn. All right, so that's gonna give us level 19. Very good. Things are looking good this week. Things are looking very good this week. So far, so good. And that will put us at, let's see, we already hit Great 4. So maybe Ultra 2 if we're lucky. Probably not though. Ultra 1, almost Ultra 2. So not bad. We still have a long way to go to Master 20, but I kind of want to try. Just to see if we can. We do have the second sleep style for Raiko that unlocks at Master 19. So there is a reason to get there. Plus, we're going to have a lot of insane, hopefully new rare spawns if we get to that point. For now, until we get a Raiko, I think we know exactly what we do with the team. So for this team, we didn't get extra tasty, so we could keep Dedenne on the team just to keep trying to stock up extra tasties until it happens and then swap him out. But currently we have an 18% chance in total, so I think we're all right. We're definitely going to keep Raichu on the team. I think Ampharos is going to stay for now. We're going to swap out Arcanine. He's a good boy, but he was only on the team for yesterday to try to stock up those skill triggers, and unfortunately that didn't work thanks to the error. Where are you? There you are. Espeon, I think, is a solid choice on the team. We can get those skill triggers, which each of them are worth, what is that? 1726 normally, but it's actually going to be worth a bit more with the bonus, another 55%. Let's see, we need Toxicroak on the team for sure. So let's swap out Halloween Pikachu for Toxicroak. There you are, bud. Hopefully you don't get to level 30 because that would ruin my oil production. I don't know, we might need to give him an energy pillow, but he may be okay. Let's see. And then we need, I'm hoping that Espeon can give us the 21 milk we need, or at least keep our supply high enough that we don't run out too quickly. If need be, we swap in Blastoise for a day or something like that and get some extra milk. We do need corn on the team. And I don't think Dedenne's skill is helping too much. If we got 2 triggers a day, it's only an extra 8%. It does add up, but eventually I am going to swap him out anyway, so I don't think it's really super necessary. In the meantime, I think we put you on the team just to try to bring that corn in. And then we could, Ampharos is good, but I think honestly bringing in our Berry Gengar might be better. Let me see. Let's go ahead and sort by the favorite berries. And let's see what we're looking at. Maybe we have somebody that's better that I'm just not thinking of. Ooh, we could. This could be the time for us to use our Shuppet, actually. Would also bring in some extra oil every now and then, helping speed inventory up. Main skill chance. Actually, no, I probably would never collect. We have a decent amount of candies to do something with it. Maybe this is the time. I mean, we are gonna get an XP multiplier from tonight, so we'd get a decent amount of XP on it. The question is, which let's go find out. The question is, what does the rating on this thing look like now that things have changed? Because I don't think I've rated this since we first caught it. So let's see what its current rating is under the new models. Let's go ahead and run up to, let's run up to 100 because it does update in real time as it goes. So maybe we can get a better idea of how good this is. 73 is so far better than what it originally was predicted. I think the problem is the nature. Yeah, the nature doesn't give us speed of help up, which we do want. But we do have helping speed M. So it looks like it might be around the same. Currently 71, it is a little bit better than originally predicted. And it might be worth investing in the short term. But I'm thinking I just need to do a little bit more research into this. I'd probably need to go and compare the Gengar we have currently with what I can turn that Shuppet into first. So I think, and let me just double check one last time, make sure there weren't any other favorite berry gatherers that I was skipping over. No, everybody else is, well, Ekans, not as good as the Shuppet. Probably use the Shuppet over the Ekans. Everybody else is ingredient or skill specialist. We could do the Pikachu, honestly. I also need to compare them. I'll compare Gengar to Pikachu to Shuppet, the Halloween Pikachu, and we'll see which one. I'll see which one comes out to be the better choice. And then I will switch the team to that. But for now, this is what we're gonna run with. It looks like it's not gonna finish the calculation, which is expected. I do know that we still don't have the drowsy power requirements figured out for Raikou. Well, for anybody. So trying to get to Master 20, I think is just a good call in general. No one has any berries, but we can do lunch. We could probably do another popcorn. Yes. So let's go ahead and do another popcorn. We will load it down with potatoes. Sausage, honestly. We don't need all this sausage. And that should give us a pretty good boost. Definitely put us into Ultra 2, which we were already there anyway. If we get an extra tasty, which we didn't, it's 19,371, so about 2,000 shy compared to using all the cocoa. But that also puts it at level 20. All right. So things are looking really good for us. And level 20 officially puts it above the Lovely Kiss smoothie. All right, officially Ultra 2, and we are just at the start of Monday. Okay, so that's the team we're gonna run with. We're gonna check out the exchange, the event exchange, which is up here in the top right. We only have 9 mains, so we can't buy anything, but everything is looking pretty solid. I think that we are not gonna have any issues with all of this. We should be very well equipped to buy pretty much everything that we want. I don't think we're gonna have any issues. I really just wanted to clear that big event exchange splash thing out of my face. But let's collect our mission rewards. We are gonna get 15 mains from getting to basic 2, another 25 from getting to Ultra 1. We're almost to Ultra 4 already. Did we make it to Ultra 3? Is that what that's saying? It's kind of what it looks like. We haven't done the biscuits yet, but we did also get 2 of our weekly missions. We got some dream shards, which we of course desperately need. And we got another 3 small handy candies, which will also help. We get a Chikorita incense this week, which is good. We do need another Chikorita, and we have a potential for some more diamonds, which we also need. The last thing that we need to do for today to just kind of see how the week is going to go. Now that we've got the team together, let's go ahead and check with the analysis and see how they're going to work out. So we've got Raichu on the team already. This is the 50% Gengar, which one is this? It is the mushroom oil. So it's that one. Dragonair. You are this Dragonair. Then Toxicroak, which is lower on the list. Almost to the end. There you are. And Espeon, which is... where's Espeon? There you are. Okay. Espeon is level 28. Toxicroak is 27. And Dragonair is 30. That's a big jump. Gengar is still 33, and Raichu is now 36. All right, so last thing, map bonus is 55%. We are on green grass. So, oh no, we don't set that there. We set that here, green grass, and we have Repa berries. We have, I don't even remember what these are called. Chesto berries and Bluck berries. Okay. We're gonna leave your pack full, and maybe we might leave his pack full. What does that do? 21,000 up to 12,000. Well, that's a bit skewed because it is basing it also off of his ingredients. I'll leave it as is for now. If we throw in all these extra mushrooms we get into the popcorn, we should get a pretty decent popcorn. But currently, oh, the one thing I did forget to do, hold on. We have a good camp ticket. Cool. So with a good camp ticket, only Master 12, interesting. I have a feeling we're gonna get a lot higher than that since we're already Ultra 4, 3, somewhere around there. Not 4. Definitely not 4. We would have got that mission. Ultra 3. Yeah, Ultra 3, almost halfway to 4. Okay, well, we may even be Master by the end of the night. I have a pretty good feeling about being Master by the end of tonight, which means we're gonna have a pretty solid research first thing in the morning. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything else. I've selected this. I've selected the berries. We are showing that we're making popcorn, which is level 20. Yeah, everything looks in place. We should be doing all right. Master 12. I'm trying for Master 20, at least 19, just to get the second sleep style from Raikou, but along the way, hopefully pick up some new sleep styles. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We had a fantastic start to the week. The only thing that would have made it better would be an extra tasty, but hey, can't complain about it. It seems like everything is going well. The bug that a lot of us ran into, they're fixing it, so hopefully that will be fixed soon. If it isn't already, I didn't have any issues, but maybe it's just sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't kind of thing. Hopefully it's fixed soon, if not already, by the time this video comes out. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Hopefully your Raikou event has started as well as mine. Let me know in the comments how things are going, what you're expected to hit this week, if you're going to be shooting for Master 19 or if you're just going to be going for Master 9. And hopefully things go well for you. That said, that is all I've got. Make sure to have a wonderful day, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 2 of the Raikou event, and we're starting off with a full 100 sleep score and 300 XP, which is good. Also, 16,329 strength gained from sneaky snacking, which is very nice. Raichu, of course, putting in all the work. And we're also going to get 20 diamonds from going to bed on time. Let's grab our sleep points. Oh, there's the, forgot about the good sleep day splash screen for tonight's multiplier, which is only 1.5. Not as good as last night's, but good sleep day's almost over. We got 1,100 sleep points, which puts us at 5,686 with, let's see, where's our daily lottery? There it is. 20 diamonds. All right. So another 20 diamonds is very good. We need those diamonds back from spending them yesterday on increasing our inventory space. And that said, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. It's going to be a fun one because we do have ×4, which, if I have done my math correctly, should get us very high on the board. 10 hours and 25 minutes of sleep. I was very tired. I wanted to wake up earlier, and I just kept hitting snooze and resetting my alarm. But we did get 9% dozing, 66% snoozing, and 25% slumbering, which is a snoozing type sleep. And let's see, drowsy power times 4. I think we're gonna be at like 70 something million, I think. Let's see, we got a long way to go to that number. We have a bunch of 2 stars, a couple of 3 stars. There's a 4-star instead, never mind. 78.6 million, that's even higher than I was thinking. I thought it was gonna be closer to like 72. But we did get 78.6 million with a bunch of spawns. And we have the good camp ticket, so we get an extra spawn on top of that. Ooh, okay. All right, so we've got a couple of new ones for sure. A top belly Persian. And the fact that that one up top, that Ryko up there has showed up, you know exactly what I did. We've got a Spheal, a Diglett, a Clefairy, 2 Dedenne, and a Pichu. Ooh, Dedenne. That gives us some chances to catch a better one. So let's go ahead and we have 4 new sleep styles today. Okay. I didn't even think about that. Also, showing us exactly how many mains we're getting for the sleep style. So we got 8 for the top belly Persian. Well, that's interesting. And that's not an electric type. We do get more mains for electric types if I remember correctly. So we got 8 for that. How many do we get for actually finding Ryko? So Ryko is 30. Ooh. 30 mains and 4,715 dream shards just for Ryko? And that's just a 1-star sleep too. This Pokemon embodies the speed of lightning. It's said that when Ryko sleeps deeply, you can hear a rumbling like distant thunder in its breath. When it wakes, it sweeps once more across the land, roaring like crashing thunder. Crashing thunder, isn't that the Paradox Ryko, crashing thunder? Oh, I was about to say another Bulbasaur. That's not Bulbasaur. That is a cheeky little Ditto disguised as a Bulbasaur. Another 9 Ryko mains. So that's got to be our good camp one because I don't remember seeing 2 4-star sleeps. I only saw 1 that I remember. So that's got to be the one from our good camp ticket. And then we've got one more new spawn or style, which is Metapod. Hardened sleep. Oh, okay. So that's the 3-star. I think that's the last one for Metapod. Well, no, we might be missing the 4-star still. Yeah, that was the last one. Okay, very nice. Very nice indeed. And another 7 Ryko main from him. So it looks like we got quite a decent amount of main. Of course, the Ryko's hungry. That's one I didn't need to be hungry. No, neither of the Dedenne are hungry. Those are the ones I wanted to be hungry. That is the worst. Okay, well, first things first. Jeez, look at that friendship bar. They're really squeezing in those pips on 2 lines. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and do this and get it out of the way. I really didn't want you to be hungry today, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and get this first one out of the way. All right, so Ryko's coming home. This is not how I wanted this to go. We do still have our bonus biscuit. And I'm kind of torn. Don't think I really care for the Ditto right. Do I? I think we feed the Ditto the bonus biscuit just because it's hungry. Why not? It seems like a good thing to do right now. That will give us 9 points on there, which won't take it home, but that does put us with only 5 left. And then I think we feed the Dedenne. I really would like to take home another Dedenne. I want a better one. Especially for this week, if we can catch a better one early, that would be really good. Would be very nice, but I don't know if it's gonna work. No, nothing yet. It's gonna be full? Not full. Let's give it one more. Oh, not a critical capture, but a big hit is nice. Still not full. I don't know. I don't know if I want to feed. Yeah, let's go ahead and feed one more. Let's see what happens. Only a +1. All full. Okay. Well, let's see. What can we do? What can we do with you? I think I'm just gonna feed it one more. And what does that leave? That leaves 3, 6, yeah. So where it's at now, if it shows up hungry, a bonus biscuit will take it home. I think we're just gonna stop right there. The odds of us getting a critical capture are very unlikely. I want to save the few biscuits we have left for other stuff. And like I said, if we get a hungry one, we can take it home with a bonus biscuit. So we'll just leave it as is. Go home with just the Ryko. We're going to send out the Ryko photo, of course. Try to get people some extra candy. And then how much candy did we get from the sleep style? 10. Okay, so that's pretty good. And 11 Ditto candies. Nice. All right. That's pretty good. We got 7,552 research XP and 20,543 dream shards, which is very nice. I'm kind of glad we didn't use all those dream shard clusters, because it looks like this week we might be getting our dream shards back very quickly. We did get level 26 docile. We already knew it was going to be, so if you missed my post on the community tab earlier, I did post what everyone's first Ryko is going to be. I think the ingredient spread is different for everyone. I'm not 100% on that. I'm trying to think. I've only seen my ingredient spread and I think one other's. And I think we had the same, but that could be coincidence. So I'm not 100% if the ingredient spread is the same for everyone or if it's random. But we do know all the skills are the same. Which I already know how this is going to turn out because I've already graded it. It was not as good as I thought it was going to be. They actually kind of made it a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. It's still okay. It is, let's see, just for the maximum level in the game currently, it is, what does that turn out to? 40, is it 48 at the end of it? No, only 45. So it's at max level, PR of 45. But if we go all the way to level 100, I do know that it does pick back up a little bit thanks to the helping speed and the skill trigger, but that still only leaves it at a 46 PR. The thing that really helps with Ryko is that we have Greppa berries for the favorite this week, and its frequency is very low, and it's level 26, which means it doesn't even have its helping speed yet. Helping speed with a low frequency, helping speed is less helpful because it's based off a percentage. So the higher your base frequency is, the more benefit you get from a helping speed buff. In this case, since Ryko's already very fast, helping speed doesn't help as much as it would if it was slower. But it does help. It is still good to have, just not as good as it could be. But it is already level 2 helper boost, which is instantly ×3 the usual health from all Pokemon on your team, and then it's boosted by the other electric types on your team. I think it's +1 for each of the electric types on your team other than Ryko, if I remember correctly. I think that's how the math worked out. So a pretty solid one. Of course, we're going to keep it in the box. It was level 26. Let me go ahead and put that in before I forget. Level 26 is good. That's honestly a very good level for it to start at. It could have been a lot worse. It could have gave us like level 10 or 15. I'm glad they didn't. We don't have any new news. It looks like everything is from yesterday. But we do have a new gift. This is unexpected. Apology from the development team for 3 helper whistles. I'm guessing that is an apology for the bug that was on Sunday. Those will come in very handy. We're trying to make sure that we hit our Master 20 this week, if we can. Well, let's check out the community reports. We got 47. Very nice. A lot of Ryko candy I'm seeing. I can't scroll to check. This is one bug after another. I can't scroll to check how many doubled up, but we do see at least 2 of them doubled up, and they were Ryko candy, so that's good. And then how many mains did we get? Ooh, we got quite a bit. 36 mains this time, all from level 5s? Yep, all from level 5s. Which makes sense. Most of the people on my friends list are level 5 by this point. 36 extra mains on top of all the mains we got from research, which I don't know. Maybe I just missed it completely, but I don't know if it told me exactly how many mains we got from research. It was around 90 something, I think, because I went to bed last night with only 9. Have 134 now. We just got 30 something. But yeah, about 90-ish from sleep research. If it said exactly and I already pointed it out and just forgot, then hey, go with that number, but it's around 90. So let's go ahead and collect from everybody. A skill trigger to start off with is very good. That's a bunch of berries and oil. I need a skill trigger from you. You have been slacking on skill triggers, Dragonair, and the ingredients. I'm thinking that even with corn and sausage, I'm thinking maybe Beware is better at bringing in ingredients than Dragonair at the moment. We did get a skill trigger from Espeon, which is very good. And then you got a bunch of berries, no skill trigger, but you had a couple yesterday, so that's kind of not surprising. I did collect Raichu's berries last night to make sure we hit Master 1. So he might. Nope, no skill trigger. Which is crazy that I collected Raichu's berries last night before bed and then still got several thousand sneaky snacking from him. Master 2. Master 2 on a Tuesday. Master Tuesday. I'm stupid. All right, anyway, that is everything we need to collect for now. So let's get breakfast up and running. And we should easily be able to make explosion popcorn. Yes, let's do that. How are we looking on ingredients? We've got a lot of oil. Milk is doing okay. Seems like we're still at the same point for milk as we were yesterday, which is good. And then, let's see. I think we throw in a bunch of mushrooms, because we're going to get plenty from Gengar anyway. And same with the herbs. And all these extra herbs and mushrooms will kind of help bulk out this popcorn. $22,589. Very good. That's good for 2 levels. Perfect. Okay. Come on. There we go. And I still want to make some changes to the team. It almost put us to Master 3. So that is very nice. I'm thinking about making some changes to the team, but before we do that, I want to check one thing. This is something I didn't know about. Thanks to the comments, I have since learned about production comparison on the Raynon website. I'm not 100% sure if this is a premium feature. I didn't look to check. I didn't think about that. I don't think it is though, but under production comparison, I can go and pick the Pokemon that I want to compare. And for us this week, that is this Gengar. And I want to compare its output to the Raikou we just caught. Where are you at? Oh, I went too far. Where are you? Still too far? No. Where's it at? There it is. I was looking right over it. Let's make sure we select green grass with the right berries. And let's expand. So, how many berries? That's quite a difference. Honestly, kind of surprised that there's that much of a difference between them. I know they're both very fast, but Gengar is like almost a minute and a half faster. So, interesting. So now the question is it going to be worth it in the long run with the helper boost to have Raikou over Gengar? Because if that's the case, if I'm going to switch out Gengar for Raikou, I'm also gonna switch out Espeon for Ampharos to have another electric type on the team, which means that we need to find a way to get some more milk. One thing's for certain, we need to swap out. Let's see, we can check this one here while we're at it. Let's get Dragonair on here and let's compare Dragonair to Beware. Expand all. See, it's the corn we're worried about. That is the wrong Dragonair. No, it's not. I just don't have him leveled up yet. What level are you, Dragonair? 30? Cool. And then Beware is also the wrong level. I need to go and fix this in my box. I feel like every other week I go and change things in my box, and then the next time I come around, it's way off again. Also level 30. Okay, so corn production. Dragonair should be bringing in 29 corn per day. And Dragonair has been slacking. Been slacking quite a lot on corn. I guess I'll give it another day and see what happens. We may need to have a day where we swap in both and have them both on the team just to get a big supply of it, or we gamble and we use some tickets. But for now, yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave Dragonair on the team for now. I think Espeon on the team is better unless we have Raikou on the team in place of Gengar. Kind of hard to tell how much that helper boost is gonna help though. I honestly think that if this Raikou had been better and had helping speed up front instead of sleep XP bonus, it would have been better. Especially if it didn't have a neutral nature, which we kind of figured it would. Honestly, we're just not in a good place with any of these right now. I think we leave them where they are. What does it take to evolve you? Level 41. Yeah, no, we're not getting there anytime soon. I was hoping to get a frequency bump, but that's not working. Yeah, the Raikou is unfortunately just not very good. I'm glad we used the Master Biscuit to get it out of the way and maybe try to hunt a better one, but I don't think I'm gonna be using a Master Biscuit on another Raikou because I don't like the gambling aspect. I'm just glad that we got the set one out of the way, and that's really the biggest benefit to using a Master Ball on the first Raikou, is to just get it out of the way so you can hunt other better Raikou. Hopefully better anyway. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave the team as it is. I thought we were gonna change it, but there's such a huge difference between Raikou and Gengar. And Gengar is bringing in plenty of ingredients to bulk out our meals, as well as bringing in almost 3,000 more strength per day on its berries. So yeah, it's just best to leave Gengar on the team. Plus, every time his charge strength triggers, his charge strength is, what is that, level 2? No, it'd be level 3, right? Yeah, level 3. So he's getting even further ahead of Raikou. And he triggers pretty frequently. I mean, Gengar triggers usually 2, maybe 3 times a day. On a good day, 4 or 5 times. But yeah, I think we're just gonna leave the team as is. I fully expected to change the team today, and I'm trying to find a reason to do so. in my head, I'm trying to think it out and like, oh yeah, but if I do this, I can do that and blah, blah, blah. But it just doesn't make sense to do so. Like, our goal is to hit Master 19 and try to hit 20 if we can. I know we got a long way to go and it's probably not gonna happen, but that's the plan, is to try. So I think if that's our goal, there's no point in switching. That said, one thing that I do need to check, I normally don't mess with this, but Cryptic Soldier in the comments made a good point that you can change your current drowsy power right here and change the date and see what your updated score will be at the end of the week. I normally don't mess with this because it's a negligible difference when I usually only start about 25,000 or less strength on a Monday. So that 25,000 is at best going to make a 1 rank difference in the end goal for the week. But since we started out so well yesterday, I really should have done this and I didn't. So we're going to change it right now. We're going to say 250,011. And then today, what is today? Today is the 26th. Let's change that. Not sure why it says April. Today is March 26th. Or are you saying the end of the week? Let's see. Yeah, we need to put the end of the week in there, right? Yeah, that's the end of the week. So it'd be April 1st at 4 a.m. is the end of the week. I think I've done this correctly. And now we have a rank of Master 13 as our prediction. So we should be doing pretty well. Our corn is unfortunately not showing up like it's supposed to for us. So we're gonna have to worry about that, but we do have a ton of ingredient tickets, so we might be all right. So currently, Master 13 is what it's saying is our expected result. If that's the case, Master 20 is a long way off, but we're gonna get as close as we can. With any luck, some extra tasties along the way, and hopefully get, maybe Master 15. If we hit Master 15, I'll be happy with it, but I would like to hit as close to 20 as possible, just to say we did. Now's the time. That said, I think that pretty much wraps everything up. There's not a whole lot going on now. Next meal isn't until 12 p.m. I know, but I want to feed now. I'm hungry. I want some popcorn. But that said, that is all I have got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to have a wonderful day. Best of luck in your Ryko research. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 3 here on Greengrass Isle for the Ryko event, and the final day of Good Sleep Day, starting off with 20,288 sneaky snacking, which is kind of surprising because I did collect all the bear. No, did I collect Raichu? I don't remember. I think I collected Raichu last night before I went to bed. So yeah, kind of surprising that we got that much, but I'll take it. Also going to grab a small dream cluster for the final stamp of going to bed on time. That'll push us into Master 5 with the sneaky snacking. No, Master 6. I apologize. Sorry. Master 6 with the sneaky snacking. And then we're going to grab our 600 sleep points. We do get the 500 bonus from Good Sleep Day. Puts us at 6,286. Yes. My math was correct this time. And then for our daily lottery, come on. There we go. We got a small ingredient ticket. Okay, good. I need some. I used a few of those yesterday. I also finally purchased the $3, what is the trial bundle, starter bundle? I forget what they called it. I think it was the trial bundle for the 10 biscuits, the diamonds, and the good camp ticket. Used a lot of those diamonds to get us some ingredients and also finally max out the ingredient storage. So can't increase that anymore for a while. So if we start getting full, we're gonna have some problems. But for session 242, we are Master 5 sleep, 10 hours, 21 minutes of sleep. Went to bed early, woke up on time, trying to get better about getting a proper amount of sleep. We did get 17% dozing, 59% snoozing, and 24% slumbering. So it's probably snoozing again. No, dozing this time. Cool. Doesn't really matter too much. It is going to be the pseudo sleep style. Let's see, 1.5 drowsy power. That'll put us at like, what, 60 million-ish? Somewhere around there? Maybe not quite 60. 52.5 million. Still enough for a full spawn board. So that is good. So we got a full 8 spawns. Ooh. We've got 10 spawns today. I did use an incense and we have the good camp ticket. So that is very good. Hopefully some of these are new. That went very quickly to the point that I don't know that I could really see anything. Okay, so only 9 of them are old ones. We got a Swalot, 2 Metapods, a Caterpie, a Shuppet, a Flaffy, a Psyduck, Kangaskhan, and a Sudowoodo. Oh, I probably could have slid over to the right there to see how many Raikou mains we got for all that, but I didn't catch it until I hit the OK button. And then the new sleep style is the Atop Belly. Gonna get us another 8 Raikou mains. So far so good, not bad. Not the last one we need. We still need the 3-star Slowbro Sleep. Boop, boop, boop. Ooh, Kangaskhan is hungry. Psyduck's hungry. Swalot's hungry. Kangaskhan definitely the most interesting out of all of them. We have a really good Ampharos now. We could use a better Shuppet and Banette. Yeah, we definitely could use a better one, but ooh, we can take this home right now. Yeah, we can go ahead and take home the Kangaskhan. We do need a better one of those as well. I think ours is like 50, 60, somewhere around there. And of course it's a critical. Go figure. All right. Should have just used a regular biscuit, but oh well. Let's come over here. Let's feed a couple of biscuits to the Shuppet. We do need one. +1. A big hit right here would be fantastic. Just anything that is not a regular feeding would be good. Oh, nope, no dice. Can still feed it one more. We all know that the final biscuit is going to be the critical capture biscuit. Kangaskhan is a perfect example. Really, I can feed you again? I think I will. Might as well. All right, now let's see. That is all that we're gonna worry about today. We have a really good Psyduck as well. I'm not really super worried about that. Yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna go ahead and take our Kangaskhan and Shuppet, and we're gonna head on back to camp. Now let's see. Where was it? There was somewhere I noticed after recording. You can see how many Raikou mains you get in total. We want to send out. There it is, the Flaffy candy. I'm still not sure. Maybe somebody has confirmed it somewhere. I'm still not sure that sending out electric gives you a better chance of getting Raikou mains, but I'm gonna do it. There it is, right there at the top. 48 Raikou mains for this session. Not as many as yesterday. We got 89, but it's still pretty good. We did get 3,898 research XP and 5,000 dream shards. So very nice. It's gonna be a good couple of weeks. And then our Kangaskhan, let's go ahead and switch over. Level 20 already with Lax though. I think that's not good. Ginger, soybean. That is also not good. Ginger, potato would not be terrible. Honestly, ginger, soybean is not the worst. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking it is. Anyway, let's check out these sub skills. Ingredient magnet is good. Inventory up M is very good. You are an ingredient specialist. Yeah. For some reason, I wasn't sure. Inventory up L is doubling up, not super great. Ingredient finder M is very nice. Ingredient finder S is, again, very nice. Skill level up or skill trigger would be nice. Ooh, skill level up S. Ooh, that's actually really good for a single stage Pokemon. And then Lax is energy recovery. Ooh, main skill chance down. That's not very good. Yeah, that's not super good, but it's not the worst. This actually could still be pretty good. Let's go ahead and see if we can run it up to level 100. I do like that it updates in real time, so even if it doesn't finish the calculation, we can still see what it's at currently. I think we're going to be looking with Ingredient Finder M and S, possibly at like an 80%. I definitely think this is going to be better. Yeah, it shoots way up. I think this is going to be better than our current Kangaskhan. So far, 65, which, curious why so low on inventory L. You would think inventory L would be higher than inventory M. Interesting. I mean, it still keeps going up, 70. The only thing that would actually make it even better is a helping speed bonus. Kangaskhan's kind of fast anyway, though. It's level 20 and it's already at 44 minutes and 53 seconds frequency. That's pretty good. So maybe not. I don't know. Definitely going to keep this one. It's looking like it's going to be better. It may not complete 100, but let's go ahead and put it into the box. And I think this one's definitely a good long-term ginger gatherer. I'm trying to think if we have any other ginger gatherers that get other ingredients that are beneficial, and I'm not thinking of any off the top of my head. So this might do very well for us. So let's go ahead and move on. It doesn't look like 100 is going to complete. We got Shuppet. Where are you? There you are. Shuppet is a berry gatherer, level 12 and bashful. Ooh, that may not be super great. Speaking of ginger, there we go. We do want berry finding, skill level up, and helping speed. Those are okay. Let's see, skill level up S. Where are you at? There you are. Helping speed S is also okay. Not berry finding. Ingredient finder, not so much. But we can deal with one sub-skill being suboptimal. Helping speed M is a very big boost, but it's all the way at level 75. Level 100. Ooh, so close. Energy recovery bonus. And then what is it? Bashful? Neutral nature. Okay. So this one's all right. Let's see. Total strength. Oh, let me set that to 60. Berry calculations can't go up to 100 anyway. So let's just set it to 60 and we will see if it's better than what we have. Unfortunately, we're gonna kind of be docked a bit with not being able to get to level 75. That helping speed M is gonna give it a very sharp boost in the right direction. But being that it is all the way out at level 75, currently only 38 PR, I'm thinking this. I think we go ahead and send this one to the professor because our current little guy, where's he at? Where's our Shuppet that we already have? I believe is, yeah, significantly higher already. Yeah, we're already starting off way better on the other one with helping speed right out the gate, inventory, ingredient finder again, another ingredient finder at level 100. So in the short term, this one is better. The one we have already is better. The new one is worse in the short term, so we'll go ahead and send that one to the professor and we'll just move on. All right, so another 838 sneaky snacking while we're gone. And let's see, we have still no new news. All right, and for the community reports, Can we get 48, 47? Either would be nice. 46, very close. Still cannot scroll on this screen to see how many doubled up, but I do see that somebody sent us double Ryko candy. Thank you, Layla. And did we, let's see. Ooh, we got quite a bit of Ryko main, 24. Not as much as yesterday. I think we got, what did we get? 33, 36 yesterday, I think. So that would be 8. And everybody is level 5. So far, only level 5 friends have given me Ryko main. We did get level 3 with somebody, which is good for a link cable. Those will come in handy. We will either turn those into candy or we will use them to evolve someone. All right, so let's see. Did I collect from Raichu? I guess I did collect from him last night. So even stranger that you got so much sneaky snacking. Okay, 2 skill triggers for charge strength. Very nice. Very nice indeed. You are the one we need a skill trigger on, but I don't think I want to collect from you just yet. You, skill trigger, 3 for 3 so far. No milk. Ooh, that's not good. We do need you to bring in milk, Espeon. And then you, skill trigger? No. So far, 3 for 4, and Gengar's the only one that hasn't done it yet. All right, so let's get into our breakfast. And we, we do need to collect. We need to collect from Dragonair and get some corn. We are having a problem. Okay, well, that's an easy fix. Hopefully we just go collect from Dragonair and get what we need. That is a 4 out of 5 skill triggers though. Ooh, does not look like a lot of corn. Hopefully we don't need too much. Well, no, that was about 7 or 8 corn. I think 8. I don't think you can even get 7. I don't know why I said 7. I think it's only ever even numbers. Is that enough? Ooh, it wasn't. Oh, how much corn do we need? I clicked the wrong button. Ooh, that was only 6 corn. We had 0. Uh-oh. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Can we fix that problem, though, is the question. 554, so we can only use 5 ingredient tickets. Yeah, okay. Come on. We need a lot of corn quickly. I used a bunch of ingredient tickets last night. There's one of them. We just need one more. Soybeans. No, I thought it said corn. More soybeans. No. We can only use, I think this is the last one we can use. Milk and apples. We are out of ingredient space. How do we have all these ingredients and not have the ability to make something really good? A few more eggs would have helped. Okay. Well, that's a problem. It is a problem. How are we going to get around this problem? We could make a lovely kiss smoothie. We could make a lovely kiss smoothie just for this one. And then give it, I'm going to have to switch in Beware. I might have to do something cheeky. Yeah, let's make a lovely kiss smoothie. We're gonna throw in a lot of shrooms and a lot of herbs because we're getting plenty of herbs and shrooms from Dragonair and Gengar. I mean, with any luck, this will be the extra tasty one to kind of help make up for the fact that it's not. There we go. We do have a little bit of luck. A 22,200 for the base, even without the extra tasty, was about what we would get with the explosion popcorn, so that's not bad. I think the last time I made the explosion popcorn, it was 22,000 something, so that's pretty good. We got an extra tasty, that's 44,000, even better. Also, with any luck, we'll get the bug that just randomly gives all my Pokemon like plus 50 energy for feeding. Maybe? Since we're talking about luck and bugs this week. Nope. Didn't get it. But that's fair. We honestly didn't expect it. There we go. Master 7. Almost Master 8, it looked like. Let's see. It's so close to Master 8. Okay, well, we're gonna do something cheeky real fast. Somebody pointed out something quite useful to me that I didn't even think about. I have this team here for my ingredient team that I want to have set up for whenever I use a whistle. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw. Where is he at? Where's Beware? Why am I losing my mind? There he is. We're gonna throw Beware on the team. And I really want eggs, so that's why those other 3 are here, because they're unfortunately the best shot I have at getting eggs. I don't have a good egg gatherer. Yeah, 46% on that Kangaskhan we had already, and the new one was already at 70, so we're definitely keeping the new one. But back to what we were talking about. Dragonair, there you are. Herbs and corn. So we're gonna switch to this team. Actually, no, first things first, before I mess up royally, we're gonna collect the berries from that Raichu, because I think if you don't, they just get voided. If you have a Pokemon who has stuff in their inventory and you switch them out for a different team, whatever they have just is lost in the ether. So we're gonna switch that out, collect those. Then we're gonna switch the team for the ingredients team. Actually, probably need to do a different Swablu than this one. I don't know why that one's on the team. I may have had a huge lapse in judgment there. This one, yeah, this one's way better. I don't know why I was using the other one. This one has Ingredient Finder M. It's still not an ingredient specialist, but it has Ingredient Finder, so don't know why I wasn't using this one. And am I doing the same thing with you? Eggs. Yeah, Ingredient Finder M. Okay, good. Good. That's what we want. Unfortunately, this is my best way of getting eggs quickly. And it's not that great. So, once we get to Master 8, there we go, Master 8. Master 8, and it's only Wednesday morning. It's fun. It's gonna be a good couple of weeks. And then we use a helper whistle. And hopefully we get plenty of corn and eggs. Honestly, I might leave this team up and running for like half the day or something. Ooh, does not look like a lot of corn and eggs in there. Kind of making me nervous. Okay, there's the eggs. Yeah, might leave this team up and running for like half the day or something just to try to get some extra eggs and corn. We did get enough corn to make the popcorn, and we got enough eggs for one meal. What is it? The flower gift macarons, I think, is the big one. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank. It's definitely not the fruity flan, so I think it is the flower gift macarons. So we got enough eggs for one of those, which I think is going to be very helpful at the end of the week. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave them up for a few hours on the team. I may swap them back out shortly after this video goes live, but for right now, we're doing really good. So far, we're at Master 8 already, and after he's done eating, about a quarter of the way to Master 9. So we're doing very well so far. We do have a long way to go to get 3.2 million. We are a long way off of 3.2 million for Master 20. I've never actually looked at how much it costs to get there. Okay, so we've got a long way to go. Master 15 is what I said I would be happy with, 1.2 million. Yeah, that's possible with some good luck, but we got a long way to go either way. So I think I'm going to leave them on the team because I think making the macarons a little more frequently is going to be more beneficial. So I'm going to leave them on the team just for a few hours, try to get some eggs and some extra corn built up, and then swap back to our normal team. So yeah, we're going to swap back to our normal team and hopefully things go well. We did finish Master 3, so we can claim an incense. But we didn't get any of the Ryko stuff. Oh, okay, because the Ryko stuff is going to take a little bit longer. That's why. And then we're ending today with how many mains? 206. Ooh. Yeah, so 206, we're getting pretty close to buying that main skill seed. And then once we can buy that seed, actually, since Master 9 is right around the corner and we'll almost certainly hit that tonight, I'm not super worried about buying the incense. Maybe I should start buying some of these biscuits because even though it's rare, Ryko could show up tomorrow. And maybe I don't want to be looking at a Ryko with no biscuits. So maybe I should start buying these biscuits instead of, I can only buy 2. I mean, that would give us 3 biscuits, and if we get lucky and he's hungry, that's all we need. But, yeah. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to see how this goes. If we do hit Master 9 before I go to bed tonight, I'll probably buy some of those biscuits. But for now, I'm going to hold off because I do want to get the main skill seed out of the way. But we also have the rest of the week to find right. I don't know. That's a tough call. We do have 2 weeks to buy the main skill seed no matter what. So maybe I just hold off on the main skill seed. Maybe it doesn't have to be bought immediately. But I just wanted to get it done and out of the way. I also didn't even think about the fact that we're going to hit Master 9 so quickly and I'm going to need those biscuits. So now I've got some thinking to do. But I'm going to go and think on that. That is all I've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to have a wonderful day no matter where you are in the world. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 4 of the Ryko event. We have a 2-week event ahead of us, but we're day 4 of week 1 with 5 fancy apples to start off with. And let's see what we get for our sneaky snacking. 24,806. Ryko has been putting in some serious work this week. It's kind of funny. I think in the team analysis, Ryko was only expected to bring in like 30,000 total per day, and it's bringing in close to 20,000 just overnight. So I'm not sure what that's about. I'm gonna have to check into that. I'm gonna go ahead and collect those candies because I'm looking at it. Because Raichu, I've been saying Ryko, I meant Raichu. What am I talking about? Wow. Brain dumb today. All right, anyway, we're gonna get 100 sleep points. We're just gonna move on, pretend like that never happened. 6,386 in total. And for our daily lottery, we got, let's see, how many biscuits? Just a small ingredient ticket. Not bad. Not bad. Do I want this? Maybe. Biscuits are nice. The friend incense is nice. The main, I don't really care about. 25 is... yeah, it's 25, but I don't know. We might buy this for the biscuits later on. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get to our sleep report. We did make it to Master 9 last night. Also found out you can access the event shop while you're in the research screen. So no worries there. If we need to buy some biscuits, we can. Plus, we have the added benefit of getting more mains. Well, if I'd have collected my community reports, we'd have more mains, but you know, I'm silly. So whatever. 10 hours and 58 minutes of sleep. I actually slept through my alarm. Goofed super hard. Don't know how I did that. 18% dozing and 55% snoozing is gonna be a dozing type. So yeah, I apparently was very tired. Slept through my alarm and slept like 2 hours later than I intended. So been a fun day trying to catch up to that. We are gonna get about 49.1 million drowsy power. So we've got, of course, the full 8 spawns, plus we have the extra spawn from the good camp ticket, so a total of 9. Didn't use an incense or a top belly ditto. That's a new one. I did not use a friend incense last night or a specific Pokemon incense. They seemed kind of counterintuitive. There was a lot of pictures all at once. Let's see. Okay, so we got 32 Raikou mains from these. We got Bellsprout, Metapod, Pichu, Gulpin, Bulbasaur, Metapod. So a lot of duplicates today. And definitely skewing more towards the dozing. 7 out of the 8 of them are dozing. All right. And then we know the one new one is the Atop Belly Ditto in the rock form. Only 9 Raikou mains. Well, it's not an electric, so I guess that makes sense. It's definitely not the last Ditto sleep style we need. We've got a few left. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. All right. So let's see who's hungry. Pichu's hungry. That's a pretty good one to be hungry. Bellsprout's also hungry. Also a good one to be hungry. Okay. Ooh, what is the right call here? I kind of want to try to take a Bulbasaur home. Why does that Bulbasaur's eyes look really weird to me? They look way off. That's weird. That Bulbasaur's eyes look really weird. And I don't know why. That one too. Have they always been like that? That seems so weird. It's throwing me off. Anyway, I think we, yeah, I think we catch the Pichu for sure. While we do have a good Raichu, we could use a better one. And then the Bellsprout, kind of the same story, but we have a pretty good Bellsprout too. So it would have to be really good for it to be better. Ditto. Ooh, we have fed you quite a bit, Ditto. Let's give a biscuit to you. Okay. And then the question is, do I feed you more? Or do I give Ditto a biscuit and see what happens? I'm going to run out of biscuits for this event. I have a problem. I want to feed them all. Give out 15 biscuits. There we go. That's good. Give biscuit. I love the lightning coming down and striking the rock. It's a very cool scene. All full. Ooh, you would. We'll do one more biscuit here so that no matter what, we can take it home with a bonus biscuit next time we see it if we want to. And then I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. It's full anyway. Can't do anything else. So even better, because it keeps me from being silly and talking myself into spending another biscuit. But all right, Pichu. We could send out the Ditto candy. Ooh, honestly, since it's Ditto, which does help people unlock some of the rarer ingredients for the newer players. Ooh, yeah, I think we'll send out Ditto this time. We have been sending out the electric, but I'm not 100% convinced that's helping get more Raikou mains, so I'm okay with sending out rare candy this time. We did get 2,699 research XP and 4,848 dream shards. Ooh, very nice. All right. Now for this Pichu. Level 14 and Sassy. Ooh, I already know what that is. Sassy, I remember. Main skill up, XP down. Apples and then eggs. Okay. Not berry finder at level 10, but we did get skill level up S. Helping speed, also very good. Helping speed, also good. Inventory up M, not really useful. And not berry finding, ingredient finder. Ooh. Okay, so this one's okay in the meantime, but we might not keep this one. Let's see. Let's just run the calculation out to 60. It doesn't go above 60 for berry strength, so there's no point in setting it to try to go to 100. We should see a boost. Interesting. Helping speed S is not as good as I thought it would have been at level 25. I'm assuming because Pichu and the Raichu line are already pretty fast once they're leveled up and evolved. So helping speed S doesn't affect them as much as it would another Pokemon, and there's not even a huge boost at 50 when we get helping speed M, which kind of goes along with that. That and berry finding is statistically better than a helping speed boost. Berry finding is an immediate 50% increase in production, whereas the helping speeds, I forget their percentages, but they're a lot smaller. It's like 10, 20%, somewhere around there. I don't recall the actual number off the top of my head. Will it tell me? It does tell me 14% and 7%. So yeah, 50% increase from berry finding, way better than 7 and 14%, especially with a Pokemon that's already really fast anyway. And the sassy nature, if you're never collecting from it, like I don't collect Raichu most of the time, it really doesn't matter. So yeah, this is going to the professor, I think. It's not really super great. So yeah, unfortunate, but it will go to the professor. But let's go ahead and move on. We have other things to do today. Another 768 sneaky snacking. And, ooh, new news? Hey, we got new news. Notice special event in response to a bug. Ooh, okay. Thank you for playing Pokemon Sleep. We're holding the following event in response to the following bug. When using Raikou Incense, only its 1-star sleep style would appear. The event outline, Drowsy Power 1.5. On, Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So on Saturday and Sunday, March 30th and 31st, we will get 1.5 times Drowsy Power, which is going to be very crazy at the end of the week. We're going to have some wild weekends. Notes, important, each day of this event rolls over at 4 a.m. Event bonuses only apply to sleep data that begins within the period. If you wait to report sleep data, this is all the same stuff. Event bonuses will trigger regardless of which site you conduct your sleep research in. So if for whatever reason you are not hunting Raikou this week and you are somewhere else, you will also get 1.5 times Drowsy Power this weekend. So interesting. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. All right. Well, we do have a gift, which I knew what it was. It is an apology from the development team. They have seen fit to give us a Raikou Incense and a Raikou Biscuit for free. Do collect this as soon as you can. There is only a 7-day period in which you can collect this gift, after which it will disappear. So don't put it off, because you don't want to get halfway through next week and it's gone and you didn't get it. So collect it now. We are going to check our community reports. About 48, and 44 popped up too quickly. I cannot scroll because that means that we got Raikou mains. How many did we get? We got 24 again. I think we got 24 yesterday as well. Let's see, is it all 5? Yep, all level 5 again. So shout out to everybody on the level 5 list. Cool. Hey, we did get a level up. 2 level ups. Nice, 2 link cables in the bag. All right. Now let's move on and see, now that we've got our free stuff and our community reports, not a whole lot left. Collect from our helpers. You have been slacking this week, and you have been disappointing me. I need you to stop disappointing me as of now. You disappoint me with no skill trigger. But you do make me feel better by bringing in at least 8 corn. It's not as much as I want to see from you, but it's better. You, however, you are adorable and you have been keeping the team alive. Although I could use more milk. 1 is not a lot. I need more than that. You are just being yourself. Can't blame you for that. Pretty sure there's no skill trigger here, but for some reason I always second guess it. I guess because my brain does not trust itself. So yeah, no skill trigger, but now we have breakfast. Definitely hitting Master 10 today. That's happening, period, whether we like it or not. Okay, we do have enough for popcorn. So let's get that going. Ooh. Starting to run low on mushrooms and herbs. I don't know if we're gonna have enough. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough to fill this out. We have a lot of apples. That's good. That is a good thing. How are we looking on corn? We almost have enough for lunch, which is also good. Want to hold on to the cocoa, the milk. Honey is not looking great. We definitely need to get somebody on the team to start getting some honey in here. I think sausage is okay. We could use sausage. We're not doing curries this week, so sausage will be fine to throw in there, fill out that recipe, and get a little bit extra protein in our popcorn. 23,415. So yeah, that Lovely Kiss smoothie was right around the same yesterday before we got the extra tasty. So that is good. 23,415 definitely puts us at Master 10. And now the real struggle begins, climbing the ranks to Master 20. See, it's Thursday morning. We are looking like Master 15 is fairly possible. Especially with Sunday. If things go well on Sunday and we get an extra tasty or two, Master 15 might be very achievable. So far, we still haven't broken our record, but we are close. I believe our record was like Master 11, like halfway through it or something. Let's see, we're at 552. Let's go check. Let's see what our record was. 662 and a half. So yeah, we're pretty close. Definitely gonna break that record this week. No question about it. Yeah, we're like 100,000 off. Yeah, we're breaking that record this week. All right, last thing to do is to collect our rewards for the missions. We got more mains. 40 mains for giving out 15 biscuits, another 40 for going to bed on time. Still need to use 3 more incense. 40 mains, not super worried about doing that immediately. I'm trying to save the incense for the right time. And actually, since we're gonna get that 1.5 times drowsy power on the weekend, those friend incense and luck incense and all the others that we typically save for a good sleep day, well, outside of the growth and focus incense, maybe not so, well, no, focus incense will probably do wonders on Saturday and Sunday for if you want to get some research XP, but the growth incense won't because we don't already have a XP multiplier for the Pokemon, so I wouldn't use that one, but the other 3 could be very useful. We are also going to grab 1,240 Dream Shards for giving Snorlax a lot of its favorite berries. And that looks like where we're going to leave it. The only thing I may do, I may start to swap out maybe Gengar for somebody that can bring in some honey, because we do need to start prepping for Sunday. It's Thursday now. I'd rather prep now and get it out of the way rather than waiting until Saturday and trying to rush to hurry up and get a bunch of honey and stuff that we need. We need a lot of honey. We're gonna need about 61-ish. No, 51, I think. Yeah, 51 honey is what we need for the whole day, which we could have Venusaur on the team or Pinsir, whoever, during Sunday, but I like to have as much as possible stocked up because with the good camp ticket, that's the words. With the good camp ticket, it is going to be a very sizable pot. I think it'll put it around like 130-ish, 120, something like that. So we're gonna need a lot of ingredients that day. We're at the cap of 600. We're gonna use over half of them if we make breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we definitely need to get ready for that. I'm gonna figure that out, and you may see somebody different on the team tomorrow, or I may only have them on for a couple hours and then swap them back. But that is gonna be all I've got for now. So thank you for watching the video. Have a wonderful day, and until I see you next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 here on Greengrass Isle for the Ryko event, and we have a new big update today. I actually had to go to the Play Store and update my game, so maybe we'll get some news about what that was about. We are going to start off with 26,729 sneaky snacking. You can see a new member on the team there. Also going to get a small ingredient ticket, which I desperately need because corn and eggs are being terribly difficult to find right about now. But let's grab our 100 sleep points. That puts us at 6,486. Probably need to spend those before the end of the month, but we've got a couple more days. Now let's see, for our daily lottery, let's see, what can we get? A biscuit would be nice. Ooh, 10 diamonds is nice too. I will definitely take diamonds. Never once will you hear me complain about free diamonds. But with that out of the way, we can jump into the sleep report. And I did use a Ryko incense last night, so we're for sure going to get one of those. The question is, how good is it going to be? And also, is it going to be hungry? Hungry would be very nice, but we'll have to wait and see. So let's go ahead and keep going forward. I don't know why I lingered on that screen. I never do. Anyway, 9 hours, 14 minutes of sleep. We've got 12% dozing, 48% snoozing, and 40% slumbering. Looks pretty good for a balanced, but it's not. It's slumbering. Interesting. That was unexpected. Maybe we'll find a good totodile to go along with it. That would be nice. We should have a pretty high drowsy power, 60, 70 million. I forget exactly where we are. Almost 65 million, 64.929. Not bad at all. Looks like a wide range of spawns. We also have the good camp ticket and the incense, so we'll have 10 spawns today. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll get 2 Ryko. Oh, that was unexpected. Okay. All right. So we've got us a shiny to go along with this Ryko today. I was hoping we'd get a shiny, but honestly, I was hoping it would be the Ryko because it is a fantastic shiny. Ryko shiny is one of the best. All right, so we've got Cubone, Dodrio, Ryko, Marowak, Slackoth, shiny Bellsprout, Caterpie, Venusaur, Pikachu, and Magneton. 10,640 Dream Shards with 77 Ryko main. Let's go. All right, well, that was all 10, so no new sleep styles. And shiny Bellsprout, that's a new one for us, isn't it? I think so, yeah. Of course, the shiny Bellsprout's hungry. Cubone's hungry. Ooh, Ryko is not hungry. Ew, that is unfortunate. All right, well, time to start the slow process of, no, not that one. Not that one. We only have 2 Ryko biscuits currently. So let's see how far this gets us. We will buy some more from the shop because we're going to have to if we're going to take this home. 6 points gets you so little. All right. Maybe we'll get a critical hit. Nope. Big hit would be nice though. Is he going to be full? Yikes, all full. Okay, so that is why I didn't buy the biscuits before I went to bed last night. Didn't really see a point in it because that could happen. We already had a couple biscuits, and if you got full, then spending the mains just to get more biscuits, really, of course. It was already almost full. Anyway, spending the biscuits, or spending the mains to buy the biscuits could be useless, and it would have been if I'd have bought them last night. All right, well, that's kind of wasteful, but it is what it is. Yay, it's so happy. All right, well, we're getting one friend today. Honestly, the Magneton would not be a bad one to try to take home. We've already put in some work on it. Cubone is hungry, but we do have 2 Marowaks that are pretty good already. And I'm pretty sure one of them has berry finding. So it's not a high priority. Magneton, we have no steel types. We've yet to bring in a single Baloo berry. So I really think Magneton is the way to go, to just try to take it home. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a big hit. That would be nice. Nope. No dice. I don't think I'm gonna feed it anymore. I want to give it more biscuits, but we only have 4. And steel, while it is the only thing we're missing, maybe we'll see it again this week. We are as well. There's also this weekend coming up, which is the 1.5 drowsy power, which I forgot about. So yeah, that'll be good too. Man, we had a lot of good stuff show up, and unfortunately it looks like we're only going to go home with a Bellsprout, but at least it's shiny. So there's that. Was definitely not expecting a shiny today, but I will gladly take one, especially, oh man. And then here's the question. I really want to show off the Bellsprout. You know what? I'm going to show off the Bellsprout. Not only do I want to show it off, Victory Bell is also very good for potatoes and tomatoes for people, so I am definitely going to send that one out. We did get another 77 Raikou main, 3,218 research XP, and 10,656 dream shards. So very quickly getting back a lot of those dream shards we spent. And how about you, buddy? Level 12, Modest. Ooh, I don't remember what Modest is. All tomatoes. That's actually not terrible. A solid tomato gatherer is a pretty decent thing. Unfortunately, Venusaur does a pretty good job of that already, but you know what? It's not the worst thing, especially given that it's charge energy. Inventory up M is a fantastic start. Dream Shard bonus is okay. Helping Speed S, very good. Berry Finding, also pretty decent. Not the best thing. I prefer it as a capstone ability, but it's not the worst. Ew, Ingredient Finder S is all the way at 100. At least it has Ingredient Finder. What's the nature? Ooh. That's kind of not great. Ingredient Finding up and Speed of Help down. I was wondering why it said 1.5 hours on the frequency. Helping Speed will kind of balance that out a little bit once it gets to the higher levels. Yikes. Well, let's see. Hopefully it turns out pretty good. We could, if it's all right, we could use a subskill seed on and hope we get the Helping Speed one for Helping Speed M. We would have to use one for Ingredient Finder as well at level 100. But so far, it's looking pretty good. So far, a 66 PR at level 60. So not bad at all. The nature is actually not hurting too terribly bad. A skill trigger would be nice instead of that Dream Shard bonus, but it is what it is. And even Dream Shard bonus at level 25 is only knocking it down to a 56. That's very interesting. Oh, there it goes. Now it tanked with Berry Finding, which makes sense when you're talking about ingredient count versus, or ingredient strength versus total strength. But level 100, it should jump back up. I don't think it's going to jump up very high, but around a 64 is not bad for a shiny. Not bad at all. And this was level 12. So we'll go ahead and put that in the box. We, of course, are not going to get rid of it. We're going to keep it. I did set, yeah, all tomatoes. A lot of times I forget to set the ingredient spread, but we got it this time. Go me, I'm learning. All right, we're going to let that run in the background while we move on. Hopefully it will finish. It is unfortunate we didn't get to take that Raikou home today. Kind of figured we wouldn't unless it showed up hungry, but it is what it is. 863 strength gained, and oh, total PR of 64 on that Bellsprout. Very nice. Not bad at all for a shiny. So we do, yep, we have new news. Update contents version 1.4.2. This update includes the following improvement. It is bug fixes, probably to fix all the bugs that we have found over the last couple of days, as that is all this update fixed. So That's good. They are very quick about fixing these bugs and giving out pretty decent compensation for them, so can't complain. Let's check these community reports. We have 46. I got no mains, or did they fix that, I wonder? With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 that doubled up. Looks like a few Ryko candy. Oh yeah, more than a few. A lot of it's Ryko candy that doubled up. Very good. Very nice. Thank you very much. 27 Ryko mains. So it seems like it's settling out around that 24 to 27 range. Everybody's level 5. Yep. All level 5. Big shout outs to all the level 5 friends giving out the mains. Appreciate it. There is another level up for 2 small ingredient tickets. Very nice. I will take those ingredient tickets because I have used way too many this week. Way too many. I need to start resupplying. All right. Now that that is out of the way, first things first, Blastoise is on the team. I swapped out Espeon for Blastoise because Espeon was not bringing in the milk we needed, and I needed to get my milk supplies topped up for the rest of the week and for Sunday. So that's kind of why you're here. I'm hoping that we got a decent amount of milk. Looks like not as much as I would like, but he is going to stay on the team for now, just to try to get our milk reserves back up. You skill trigger in the beginning of the day is very good for you, Dragonair. Thank you. All right, only 4 corn. That's what I'm talking about. This whole week, Dragonair has been slacking on corn. Toxicroak has been pulling his weight and more on the oil. The only thing that concerns me is if Toxicroak hits level 30, because then it's going to be sausage and we're going to have a problem. Gengar also been pulling his weight on mushrooms and herbs and berries. And then I did collect from Raichu last night, so we may have a skill trigger. We did. Very nice. Collected right before bed and still got 22,000 sneaky snacking out of him, so can't complain about that. Raichu has been putting in work this week. All right, let's go ahead and make some breakfast. We see what I'm talking about with the milk. This is the problem with the milk and the corn. Ooh, we are actually short on corn to make by 4. All because Dragonair is not bringing in the amount of corn it's supposed to. I think Dragonair is predicted to bring in like 25 corn if I remember correctly, and you see that it just brought in 4 just now. And that means it only gathered corn 1 time out of all of its overnight gathering attempts. So I'm wondering if maybe Dragonair's inventory is just terribly low, and so it's not getting many chances to gather corn. Something is not right. The first time we had Dragonair on the team, it was doing very well bringing in corn. So it's either RNG. Oh yeah, 17. Ooh, yeah, that's really low. I mean, at level 60, it won't be a problem, but for now, and we have no inventory up until level 50, which we can't even seed because it's all inventory ups the rest of the way. Yeah, that's a problem. You are supposed to be bringing in more corn than Beware, and Beware seems to be doing a better job of it, which is crazy because Beware has sausage at level 30. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the play is there. And then what are we short on? Are we short on milk too, still? Yeah, we're still somehow short of 10 milk by 1. Go figure. Man, this is, I don't know. I mean, we could do the Lovely Kiss smoothie again. Yeah, I think that's really our only choice, is the Lovely Kiss smoothie again. It's not far off of, in terms of strength from the popcorn, but still not quite what we want to make. See? Plenty of oil. Oil is doing fine. Herbs and mushrooms are doing okay. One short. You know what? Let's just throw in a potato. Eggs are starting to look good. We still need a few more, but with how many we have, we're probably good to wait till tomorrow before we put Delibird on the team. 21,171, about 2,000 short from the popcorn. But that's pretty close. That's not bad. Didn't get an extra tasty this time like we did last time, but it is what it is. I suppose no extra tasty is the price you pay for a shiny that is actually pretty usable. All right, so far so good. Still not quite Master 12. We are Master 11 though, which is very good. No missions completed, which makes sense. We still need to use 2 more incense. We still need to cook more, go to bed on time, and we need to figure out who we're gonna use these candies on, because honestly, I am not sure who I want to invest some candies into right now. It's kind of a tough call. Other than that, the last thing I want to check is the Raikou mains. We have 455. Honestly, I know I was talking about buying the main skill seed and getting it out of the way, but I think I'm just going to let my mains stack up and just buy biscuits as I need them, and then before the event ends, then go through and buy everything I can with what I have left. Unless we just get a really good, like, if we catch this next Raikou and it turns out to be like very good, you know, 80, 90% or PR or more, then we may just stop hunting Raikou altogether and just buy out the rest of the shop, which is what I'm hoping. I hope we get a good Raikou soon, because I want to buy all these Raikou biscuits and let them convert into great biscuits for the future. But we'll have to see how it goes. I might, let's see, if we buy, we need 3 biscuits minimum to capture this Raikou. So if I buy the Raikou incense at 80, 2 biscuits at 60 each, so that's 200, and then 1 more biscuit at 120, that's 320. So we do have enough. We have enough mains currently to buy the Raikou incense and catch the Raikou. Or we wait and see if we can get it to show up naturally, but it is very rare. While I'm thinking about it, let's see if they have figured out. I don't think we know the DPR, the drowsy power requirement for Raikou to show up yet. But let's see, maybe they figured it out since I looked at it last. Nope, still showing NAN. So Master 13 is where the 2-star can start showing up. If we could hit Master 13, I think we'd have a better chance of finding one. We just have to wait and see. I don't know. I might just use the Raikou incense just to get it out of the way. I do want a better Raikou because eventually we will have the electric island, and it will be good, very good, to have a top tier Raikou then, especially if we get more electric Pokemon that we can capture, especially ingredient specialists that are electric Pokemon between now and then. So, and I have a feeling even if we don't get electric ingredient specialists between here and the electric island, I have a feeling when the electric island drops, we probably will get one. So it'll be nice to have one, so I may just go ahead and get it done. But if I do this, I am only going to buy the Raikou incense, use it, and then buy the biscuits while we're doing the sleep research, because I don't want to buy more biscuits than I need. Well, I could buy 1 biscuit because we know, well, no, don't do that, because if it shows up shiny, then we only want to give it a Poke Biscuit. Yeah, so only buy the Raikou incense. Don't buy the Raikou biscuits, because if it's shiny, feed it a Poke Biscuit. Don't waste your mains on a Raikou biscuit if you don't need it. So yeah, that'll be the plan. We're going to go ahead and do that. We'll buy 1 Raikou incense now. I'll use that tonight, and we'll leave the rest for later. That said, that's going to wrap it up for today. That is all I've got. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until I see you next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 6 of the Ryko event, and we've got 100 sleep score to start off with and 25,642. I have stopped collecting from Gengar as of yesterday. I wanted to see how his sneaky snacking was going to do with the favorite berry. Again, not being a berry specialist does hurt, but we can extrapolate. It would have been about 13,200, so really close to Raichu in terms of sneaky snacking. So just an interesting little experiment I wanted to run. Maybe Shuppet would be the right call. Maybe we do need to invest in it. Like I was saying yesterday, I did want to find something to invest those candies into for the mission, and I just don't know what. So maybe it's Shuppet. Maybe this is my sign that it's time to invest in Shuppet. But we did get 100 sleep points. It's gonna be 6,586 is our total. And for our daily lottery, let's see, we got a small dream cluster. It's all right. It's not what I really want right now. I've got about like 80 of them or something like that. Could have used a biscuit. That would have been nice, but no dice. But speaking of biscuits, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. I did use the Ryko incense that we bought yesterday, so we know that's going to show up. For session 245, about 10 hours of sleep. Yeah, 9.5 hours, roughly. Pretty good. I was tired. Ooh, 5% dozing, 46% snoozing, and 49% slumbering. Ooh, what could that be? Slumbering type. Oh, okay. I forget which one Ryko actually shows up more. I think it's snoozing, if I remember correctly. I haven't looked at it in a few days. But we should have a pretty decent drowsy power, probably like 70, ooh, almost 80. 78.7 million, not bad at all. All 1 stars and 1 4-star. Okay. Maybe there's another Ryko in there somewhere with 7 1-stars, plus the good camp ticket, plus the Ryko incense. So, I mean, there's plenty of spots for a 1-star Ryko to show up. There's one of them. It's not shiny. That's what I was hoping for, but we did get a brand new Top Belly Blastoise, which I'm betting that took a lot of the drowsy power that we had. So maybe all those 1-stars were really basic. Yep. No new ones. It looks like all of the other 9 are old sleep styles. We did get a Swablu, Ekans, Ryko, Diglett, Bonsly, Woo, Squirtle. I almost said Blastoise. Doduo, Sudowoodo, and Igglybuff with a Top Belly Blastoise. Well, it's only 1 new sleep style, but they do all add up, which is good, because who knows when we're going to get those new sleep dex goals. But I would like to have them already done and out of the way by the time we get them. It's nice to be working towards something, but it's also nice to have those rewards immediately available. And then the Sudowoodo's hungry. I also used a friend incense. Yes, that's what we needed. Ryko's hungry. Swablu's hungry. Ooh. Ooh. And then who was the other one? Sudowoodo. It was so insignificant, I'd already forgotten. Okay, so, well, that's an easy one. We just buy 1 Ryko biscuit. There it is for 60. Make the exchange. Job done. And nope, almost gave him the wrong one. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not give him the bonus biscuit. Give him the Ryko biscuit. Okay. There we go. Give Ryko biscuit to the Ryko. There we go. Plus 18. Exactly enough. It's exactly what we needed to take it home. All right, so we've got Ryko. The question is, do we also catch the Swablu? I think maybe we do. I don't think our other Swablu had berry finding. So catching another one would be a good call. No, we did get a berry finding Swablu. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Or let's see, there was nothing else that was really super interesting, right? No, not really. I think we just catch the Swablu with the bonus biscuit and call it a day. Everything else, not really super necessary. So yeah, we'll just catch the Swablu, see if we can get another berry finder. Maybe one that has a little bit better sub skills, because the one we got doesn't have the best sub skills, but it does have berry finder and helping speed. But the other 3 sub skills are kind of, well, no, energy recovery bonus is pretty good too, but we'll see if this one has a better one. A better set of sub skills. But we're gonna wrap it up there. We're gonna take our Raikou and our Swablu home. We're going to send out the Raikou candy. Hopefully it doubles up for some people. Hopefully. And we got 66 Raikou mains. So enough to cover the biscuit we just bought, which is very nice. Very nice when that happens. 5,504 research XP, not quite leveled up, but 8,285 dream shards. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe even if you don't intend to catch the Raikou, maybe buying the incense and using them just to get the boost in dream shards and research experience might be worthwhile, especially for people who are in the lower levels, to kind of shoot past some of the lower levels pretty quickly. Like I said, you don't even necessarily have to catch it. It just has to show up and you get those benefits. So maybe it's worthwhile just for that, especially if you've got mains left over and nothing to buy for, nothing to spend them on. So I don't know, but let's go ahead and switch on over and see. We've got a level 28 and Bashful. Ooh. First things first, let's get the ingredients. All sausage. That's not bad. I'm okay with that. And then 30-minute frequency. I think we've got a helping speed somewhere. Oh, yep, we do. Helping speed. Oh, and skill level up M. Bro, okay. Helping speed S, skill level up M. Skill trigger, also good. Ingredient finder S, not so much. Inventory up S is also good. Ingredient finder, out of these subskills, ingredient finder is the only one that we don't like. And Bashful is a neutral nature. That's unfortunate, but this is actually significantly better than, oh, hold on. Let's run the full calculation. This one's significantly better than the first one that we got. I'm thinking maybe closer to like 70. Skill trigger is going to be a big difference, but honestly, with these sub skills, I'm fine dropping 2 sub skill seeds, grabbing helping speed M and skill trigger M, and I think that will maybe not even helping speed M. As we've discussed, helping speed, the percentage increase doesn't help as much the faster a Pokemon is naturally. So even if we don't get helping speed M with the first sub skill seed and we just get skill trigger M, we may not worry about getting helping speed M, because I don't think it'll make too much of a difference. It'll kind of depend on how many sub skill seeds we have at the time whenever we're ready to do it. Or if we use the first sub skill seed and it goes on helping speed anyway, then of course we've got no choice but to use a second one. But it may not be super necessary. Currently we're sitting at a 66. It looks like 100 is going to take a while. Inventory up will help because that does give it more chances to trigger before it gets before the inventory gets full. But we're going to go ahead and move on. In fact, I'm just going to open another tab. And we're going to switch over we're definitely going to keep this one. So let me go ahead and throw this in the box. Level 28 already, which is very nice. Which means we have a solid sausage and electric berry gatherer. The only thing that would make it better would be berry finding. If we got berry finding instead of ingredient finder, that would be even better. That would have made this almost a perfect Pokemon. But let's move on. Oh, it did finish. 65. 65 is the total PR. Not too bad. Well, you know what? Since it finished, let's just go ahead and move on to the next one on the original page. No point in moving now. We got a level 13 with a lax nature. I almost forgot the ingredients to get berry finding right off the top. We can see that already. Eggs and soybeans. So we got a good soybean gatherer, but we already have one of those with Golem, but at least now we have one for the beach. We got berry finding right off the bat, skill trigger right off the bat. That's also very good for a Swablu and Altaria. Helping speed S, very good. We are looking super nice today. So far, skill level up him. These are really good. Really good sub skills for a berry specialist, especially one that has charge energy. But lax nature might mess us up. Ooh, main skill chance down. Well, at least the skill trigger will kind of counterbalance that. Let's see, we're looking for lax. There it is. So total strength ought to be pretty good. We'll run that to 60. Can't go above that anyway. Already at 97 just because it has berry finding. I think this is actually better than the other one we caught, which was already like 90, I think. So very good. This is a berry specialist that we're going to collect from all the time. But now we have 2 berry finding Swablu. So that means whenever we... Oh, wait. Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking we had dragon berries at Lapis. Whenever we finally get the Dragon Island, it looks like we've got a solid team together. Although I think the Dragon Island is also going to be the Electric Island. I just have a sneaking suspicion that that's going to be the case. That both those berries are going to be on the same island. But we're definitely keeping this one. Level 13. That was an easy choice. Definitely keeping this one. This one's better than the other one, even if they're very similar in PR. I think I'd rather have this one just because of the skill trigger and the skill level up built in. Since it only evolves once, that'll put it at a charge energy level 4. So that's going to be super nice. I think that's like 21 energy every time it triggers. It's going to be really nice. But let's go ahead and move on. So far, a really good day. 2 very good catches with very good sub skills. And another mission complete for using 7 instances. We did get a medal too. No new news. We got a medal. What did we get? Electric types? Number of flying type, 50, finally. So we got a small handy candy for that. Feel like the flying types are falling way behind. And then the community reports, hopefully 48. The closer we can get to 50, the better. 46, not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, only 6. Only 6 doubled up. Wow. Surprisingly low, but that's okay. And then we got, ooh, that's even lower. 17 mains. We have been getting closer to 25, but you know what? 17 mains is 17 we didn't have. Shout out to everybody that's level 5 friends. Ooh, we even got a level 3 on the list today. There we go. Newsy showing up. Very nice. We got a level up, 2 level ups, 3 level ups, all different levels too. Kind of weird. We got 1 small handy candy, 1 link cable, and 2 small ingredient tickets. And those ingredient tickets are very nice because I desperately need them. The eggs and the milk have not been my friend this week at all. But no skill trigger there. That's unfortunate. I need a skill trigger with you, buddy. Ooh, that's also unfortunate. It looks like only a couple of milk, but that may be all we need. We will take the Raichu candy. You? That's not a lot of corn, buddy. This is the problem. 4. Wow. 4 herbs and 4 corn is the problem that I'm having with Dragonair this week. Between the corn, the milk, the eggs, we're having issues. I could make flour gift macarons right now, but I'm trying to save those for Sunday when we have the higher extra tasty chance. So we're gonna make the popcorn and hopefully we get plenty. We're gonna throw in some leeks, only about 10 of them. Those are really hard to come by, and all of those that I've gotten have been from magnets and tickets. So definitely don't want to use too many of those. We can throw in a bunch of cocoa though. While Blastoise isn't giving me the amount of milk I was hoping he would, he will give me tons of cocoa. So definitely going to use those. And we only need 75 for Sunday, so we're well above the amount we need. 10,000 for the base, 25,257 on the popcorn. Very good. That is also enough to put it at level 23. Even better. Cool. Doing very, very well. And this is a slow process to get to Master 13. We still need, yeah, that 25,000 seems like it barely moved the needle. We need 885,000, so we're about 42,000 shy of getting to Master 13. We should be able, almost certainly we'll be able to do that, provided we can make the popcorn consistently today. Also, Raichu is bringing in roundabouts or maybe even a little more than 40K a day. So probably still got another 20-ish thousand from Raichu today. So yeah, Master 13 should be pretty doable, which is good because it's just in time for the special bonus or the special weekend we're gonna have with the 1.5 times drowsy power. So Master 13 mixed with that 1.5 drowsy power means we could potentially see the 2-star sleep style of Raikou, especially if we use another incense, and I'm not 100% sure that I am gonna do that, but it is something we could do. We did get a pretty good Raikou today, and there's another 40 Raikou mains for using 7 incense. And then as far as the weekly, 15 diamonds for going to bed on time. Again, still need to figure out what I'm going to use those candies on. But I think I'm going to wait until the end of the week and see if we get a better Raikou. Because if we do, then that will be a really good thing to use some candies on. As far as the Raikou incense go, we can't buy any more cheap ones. It's 160. It's 160, and worst case scenario, we'd have to buy all of these biscuits to catch it. And right now, yeah, we don't have the mains to do that, not even close. We'd have to buy all of those biscuits, worst case scenario, which means that that's going to cost us like, that's what, 480 just on the 4 biscuits plus another 60, so 540 plus 160 for the, yeah, we're looking at 700 mains just for that, and we still haven't bought any of the other stuff that we want to buy. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get another Raikou incense today, but we do have until the end of next week to buy all of these. And I believe on Monday we get some cheaper ones back in the shop. So we're just gonna wait for now. Unless we get like really crazy good luck with the Raikou mains over tomorrow, we probably won't do any more guaranteed Raikou for the rest of the weekend. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Can we make another popcorn? Probably not. If we can't make popcorn, we're not making lunch. But let's see. Nope, no pop. Ooh, well, no. Lovely Kiss smoothie is tempting. But yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna wait. We're gonna make popcorn. And other than that, I think that's gonna wrap it up today. We don't really have anything else to do. Everybody has been collected from. I'm gonna leave Gengar full, let him do some sneaky snacking. Hopefully we can get a pretty good amount. May swap out a couple of the others like Dragonair for Beware or something, because he is just not doing us any favors on the corn. So it's just bad RNG. It's not Dragonair. Typically Dragonair is really good on corn, but just this whole week been terrible. So we may have to make some changes just to get some ingredients in the bag. Other than that, that's going to be it. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. And until I see you next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 6, nope, day 7 here of the Raikou event, and we are going to start off with 100 sleep points. I always forget about the sneaky snacking. I don't know how. I forget about it every time. My brain, big dumb. 25,820 sneaky snacking with another 10 honey to go along with it, which is good for what we have planned for today. Definitely going to make use of that honey. That might actually allow us to swap out somebody on the team a little bit later, but 100 sleep points puts us at 6,686. And while we're here, we can go to the general store and grab our daily lottery. Hopefully we get a biscuit. We need some pretty bad. We need some biscuits. 10 diamonds. That's also good. That might go towards buying us a bundle eventually. Great biscuits, 600 diamonds for 3 of them. That's a bit steep. But also, since it is the last day of the month, which means it's your last chance to buy from the shop before it rolls over into next month and updates. I've got about 7 hours left as of time of recording. I'm going to go ahead and buy this master biscuit that's in the shop. We have the points we need. We have some extra. 2,686 is our new total. We've already bought the easy travel ticket, but this is your reminder. If you haven't bought your easy travel ticket yet for this month, go ahead and buy it now before it is too late. And I don't think there's really anything else that I am concerned with buying at the moment. A Dawnstone would be nice to have, but we could always buy it later. Yeah, honestly, everything else just kind of okay. I really need to sit down one day and figure out what the exact math is on exactly how many sleep points you can get per month if you get perfect sleep every day and the good sleep day points that we get. I'm not exactly sure how many it is. Maybe about 5,000-ish if I'm doing some quick math. That's probably exactly right. Probably don't even need to sit down and calculate it, to be honest, but let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. Session 246. It is the little special bonus, so we should have 1.5 times drowsy power, and we're master 13, which means we have a chance of seeing Raiko if we get snoozing. Looking pretty good for a snoozing type. Again, also pseudo-balanced, but the snoozing will skew our results more towards the snoozing. Is it the special event this weekend? I thought it was this weekend. I mean, we should have yeah. Okay, so we do have 1.5 times drowsy power. 130, almost 134 million, 133,958,400. Yeah, there it is, 1.5 times. So, we have a pretty good chance of finding Raiko. It hasn't been updated on the Raynon website yet, but they did post on Discord yesterday that they have figured out the Raiko DPR for the 1 star. The drowsy power requirement for Raiko at Master 9 is 40,926,000, essentially 41 million. For 2 star, essentially 116 million. So if we do get a 2 star, that's all of our drowsy power. And I don't think we got that today just by the fact that we have a bunch of other 2 stars. And then for 3 star at Master 19, 243 million. So long way to go before we get there, but we do have a chance of finding Raiko. So let's see if it happens. Ooh, and a top belly Togekiss. That is brand new. What else do we have? I only see a Graveler down there. It looks like we have some new sleep styles too. Maybe. For sure, the Togekiss. So we got Dugtrio, Metapod, Mareep, Flaffy, Graveler, Kangaskhan again, Meowth. All right. So we've got some decent stuff. That was only 7, so we have 2 new sleep styles, which we know this one. I think that's actually our first Togekiss at all. I don't think I've seen one before. Yeah, the very first one. It's said that Togekiss is never seen anywhere near conflict or turmoil. If you ever see several of them sleeping contentedly, perhaps it's a sign that peace reigns in the area. Where is this last one though? No, not off to the right. Where are you? Ooh, new Raichu sleep. There we go. Tail waving sleep. Oh, it's only the 1 star? Is this the first Raichu I've seen? No, it's not. Okay. Just somehow got the 2 star first. All right, well, we got a decent amount of electric Pokemon, so we got some good mains out of it, hopefully. No Raiko, unfortunately. Hungry Dugtrio. Oh, that's the only one that's hungry. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, well, out of everybody here, really don't know who I would want to try to take home. We already have 2 good Togepi. Maybe we could use a better Ampharos, I suppose. We don't need a Dugtrio. Not worried about Butterfree. Meowth, also not super worried about. I think we have a somewhat decent one. Kangaskhan, we have a pretty decent one. Could use a better ingredient spread, but without it being hungry, I don't want to spend the biscuit. Actually, I don't know. I don't know who I want to try to take home. This is actually kind of a tough call. I think actually I want to spend the bonus biscuit feeding Kangaskhan and just see if we get lucky and get a big hit or something. No, just the +3. Because we already have a pretty good Ampharos. So there's no point gambling on that one. If we're going to gamble, we might as well gamble on the big rare Pokemon to try to get a critical capture on that one. Mareep is pretty easy to find and we can catch later, so I think that was the right call. Maybe not. I don't know. We are for sure gonna send out there you are. The Mareep candy though, to try to help people get a Ampharos of their own. 57 mains for today. Not too bad. 134 million drowsy power, definitely a record for me. Granted, it's with the 1.5 times boost, but it's still a record. 7,192 research XP does put us at level 52, which is a biscuit, 2 small dream clusters, and a recovery incense. And then about 12,491 dream shards to go along with it. So still a pretty productive sleep research in terms of XP and shards. Another 368 sneaky snacking, but let's see. No new news, no new medals, but we do have community reports, about 47 of them. Hey, nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that doubled up out of 47, just shy of that 25% that we love to see, but a lot of these doubles are Raikou, which is very good. Very good. That means all of y'all are seeing some Raikou. Hopefully you're catching them. Hopefully they're turning out good. And let's go ahead and see. We got 24 mains. All right, so back to the numbers we like to see. Let's see. Everybody's level 5. Yep. So far, only one non-level 5 friend has given me mains. And there's a level up. So he's got a small handy candy to go along with it. All right. Pretty good day. It's been a good day. Let's see if we can make it better. All right, so with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start getting ready for breakfast. We'll take those candies. Hopefully a lot of mushrooms and herbs. Also plenty of berries. How about you, buddy? Yeah, skill trigger, very nice. A bunch of leeks too. That's been the only way I've really been getting leeks because that Doug Trio has not been helping out too much. Ooh, what do you got? Did it just not collect, or are these extras? Huh. Pokemon Sleep being Pokemon Sleep. Skill trigger there. That makes sense. I did swap all of them out yesterday to get some ingredients coming in for today. We're going to try to get all of these apples. And then we'll grab all of these tomatoes and honey. And one last collection from Gengar. Ooh, skill trigger. 2,000 extra strength. Not going to really move the needle much at this point, but I will take it. All right, so we've got 79 berries in the box and time to get breakfast going. Let's see, plus 20% extra tasty chance, so 30% overall. We are gonna make the flower gift macarons. That's what we were planning. We have enough honey. We can take Venusaur off the team and get a berry gatherer back on the team just to help with a little bit extra. Let's go ahead and throw in all of these mushrooms. All of these herbs. Ooh, we actually need more eggs. We need to swap in Delibird for Venusaur. Get some more eggs because we have enough of everything else. We're not worried about getting any other ingredients. We can throw in all these extra tomatoes. 153 total ingredients. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't realize it was going to be so many. All right, let's throw in the ginger. Cool. All right, we've got a full pot overflowing. All right, let's see. 61% level bonus. How big is this going to be before? 17,987 turns into not an extra tasty, but it turns into 49,322. That's what I'm talking about. All right, that's enough to get us to level 32 on the macarons. Macaron. And I don't think that's going to be enough to push us to Master 14. It might get us close. Maybe about 3/4 of the way. There's a long gap in between ranks at this point. Pretty close. Somewhere about 2/3 of the way, maybe 3/4 almost. So we're getting pretty close to Master 14. Should be pretty easy to get Master 14. Cook 17 times is now done. 1,240 dream shards. Ooh, we need to use those candies pretty quickly. And I really don't know who to use them on still. Before I forget, we no longer need honey, so we can swap you for, where's my Delibird? Where you at, Delibird? Somewhere around here. Oh, skipped him. There you are. Ooh, you're, you need some energy. Actually, maybe not. We only need about 8 eggs or something like that. So maybe we don't need to worry about him having energy. He might have enough already. But I'm thinking we might need to switch in Victory Bell for one of these Gengar just to get enough ingredients to fill out the pot. But I don't want to do that if we don't have to. I would like to keep the berries flowing. So I want to keep Gengar on the team because it will give us a decent amount of berries and ingredients. Everybody else is pretty good. Delibird, you look tired. We just woke up. What's up, buddy? Other than that, we need to figure out who to spend some of these candies on. And today is the last day. So I think you're always a good candidate to spend some candies on, but we only have 10. That's not a lot. But you know what? Ooh, I just realized how many dream shards we have. We might do a silly thing. A silly thing that makes a lot of sense. Let me go back while I'm thinking about it, because if I don't do this now, I will forget. And we wouldn't want to do that. Let's see, pot, maximum 89,000. Leaves me with 20. I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. I kind of want to do it now, but I don't want to be left with only 20,000 and not have enough dream shards to use these candies. And tomorrow we should get a decent amount of dream shards. Hopefully a Raikou. That would be very nice if we could find a Raikou. You're actually not a bad idea. Not the best idea, but not a bad one. Is there anybody that needs to evolve? That's a really good question, actually. If somebody needs to evolve, that's a lot of candy used. Are you ready to evolve yet? No, still not. We still need, wow, still need 55 hours. That's a whole nother week. That is unfortunate. Let's see. Nobody is ready to evolve, honestly. Which is kind of unfortunate. Oh, one thing I did want to mention, that Raikou we caught yesterday, the reason this one is named this way, I went ahead and put in the calculator as if I had used subskill seeds to give it helping speed M and skill trigger M, and it turns into an 85% skill trigger, I forget, what is it, expected skill trigger count, something like that. Turns into 85 PR with the investment of 2 seeds. Still not 100% convinced I want to pull that trigger just yet, or if I want to just hope for a better one. We can't really do much better other than a better nature and a better subskill at level 75, because ingredient finders, not good. Berry finding would be preferable, but we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Not 100% convinced I want to pull the trigger on that yet. I could spend the candies on it. We have 200 already. I could use the our handy candies that we have to also get that going. Ooh, actually, you know what? That is not you. Not you. I looked at it and clicked on the wrong one. You are actually a really good call. You showed up at the perfect time. Main skill chance down is unfortunate. If we do get nature mints, that'll be really good though. The skill trigger will balance it out, but you are the one that is worth investing in. I don't know why I even second guessed it. And we need to use 255 candies. What level do we need to evolve? 26? Cool. So we got a long way to go anyway. 255 candies. I'm not hitting the button anymore. We have... All right. So 260 only leaves us with 20. We're not ready to use you yet, so let's just use exactly the candies we need. 90,000 dream shards. Actually, do I want to do this? That's all of our dream shards. Yeah, so apparently my brain is a big dumb, and I misread that. That was saying I would have 90,000 dream shards left, not that it would cost me 90,000 dream shards. I realized that like 2 minutes after I finished the recording, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger and we invested in this Swablu like we should have in the first place. So just wanted to go ahead and correct that while I was thinking about it. Anyway, carry on past me. But that said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you for watching the video. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, later dudes.